Well then, hello again, and welcome to day 21 of Alex Lifeson month here on my channel, wherein today we're having a look at the closing solo to Rush's Xanadu from their 1977 album, A Farewell to Kings. Now, with that said, man, you guys and gals out there who don't actually like Rush, or Alex Lifeson for that matter, must really be hating me this month, but bear with me, please. It will end eventually, in about 10 days. Now then, the 11-minute long prog masterpiece, Xanadu. Xanadu is generally considered to be Rush's first foray into what is known as program music, a concept that they would continue to develop in their music over the next few albums. So what exactly is program music? Well, let me tell you. Program music is a style of music, usually instrumental, that evokes and tells a story rather strictly within the confines of its composition and not so much the lyrics. The music itself evokes ideas and images in the listener's mind without the need to be guided by said lyrics. Now, Xanadu does indeed have lyrics, for the most part based on an unfinished poem by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. However, they're not the driving force behind Xanadu. Hell, the first lyric doesn't come in until about the 5-minute mark of the track. It's the instrumental sections that develop and further the story along as they progress, and that's program music in a nutshell. They, of course, would expand on this idea with La Villa Strangiato from this album's follow-up Hemispheres, which, of course, was a complete and total instrumental that told a complete story in 12 sections from front to back, using only the music itself. Now, I hope my short explanation of program music was clear here, because you see, the reason a track like, say, 2112 didn't fit this bill before Xanadu is because while it certainly has long instrumental passages and does tell a great story, it's really the lyrics driving the story and the track along. The music is servicing the lyrics for the most part in 2112 and not really setting out to evoke many thoughtful, abstract or not so abstract images in its own right. You follow, like, kind of in a nutshell, telling a compelling and hopefully complete story if one is successful with just the music and not the words. Anyway, enough about program music. Now, as complex as Xanadu is as a complete 11-minute long piece of mostly instrumental music, the band didn't have the same issues with recording it as they would eventually go on to have with the aforementioned La Villa Strangiato the following year. As I mentioned in my look at that piece a few days ago, it would take over 40 takes and ages in the studio to get La Villa Strangiato recorded. The band would nail Xanadu on just the second take, start to finish perfect. One of those rare one-take wonders that every band loves to see happen on occasion when they're in the studio. Everything just clicking, with every band member on that particular day of recording. Xanadu was also the very first Rush track where synthesizers played an integral part in the music that they were making. A development, of course, that they would expound on heavily in future music that the band would produce, especially their output throughout much of the 80s. Well, now, I'm getting just a little bit long-winded here on this one, so let's talk a little bit about the solo in this one before closing out this video. There's two things that Alex rarely did with regards to his solos on Rush tracks: intro solos and outro solos. Not a whole lot of either in their catalog. Now, the guitar playing is utterly outstanding throughout this entire track, of course. However, it's the much-loved and goosebump-inducing outro solo that garners much of the attention from the guitar-playing Rush fans out there, myself included, of course. Like I mentioned earlier on in this commentary, this is kind of the definition of program music as far as guitar solos go. Feel and phrasing, evoking images, and telling a story solely with the use of a musical instrument, and in this particular case, of course, the guitar. Alex brings this track to a crescendo with this fantastic solo before gently closing it out with some light and airy nylon string accompaniment over chimes and glockenspiel. Just a brilliant solo and a brilliant piece of music by Rush as a whole complete piece. One of their absolute greatest tracks, in my opinion. Well, there you go. Day 21 in the books here on 30 Days of Lerxst. Certainly hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, please hit that like button. Drop drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be awfully nice. Hope you're well out there in your little guitar corner of the world, and we will see you next time. Cheers.